Have you ever stood at the edge of a moment, heart pounding, soul trembling, unsure if what you're facing is a divine test or a deadly temptation? It's in those silent battles, when your flesh craves relief, but your spirit cries for truth, that the enemy whispers his lies the loudest. You ask yourself, is this God trying to strengthen me, or Satan trying to destroy me? What if I fail? What if I can't resist? This is where your spiritual discernment becomes not just important, but essential. Because what you call a test might be a trap, and what feels like a trap could be the very thing God is using to shape your calling. Today, you won't just hear encouragement, you will receive a battle strategy. Let's go deeper. Part 1. The core difference: God's tests versus Satan's temptations. The Bible is clear. James 1:13-14 says, "Let no one say when he is tempted, 'I am being tempted by God.' For God cannot be tempted with evil, and he himself tempts no one. But each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desire. Temptation is never from God, but testing is part of your training. God allows tests not to shame you, but to show you what he's planted in you. The test is to refine your faith. The temptation is to ruin your soul. Look at Jesus in Matthew 4. He was led by the Spirit into the wilderness, but tempted by Satan. That means God may lead you into hard places, but he never leads you into sin. So the question is, can you tell the difference when you're in the fire? Part 2. How to recognize a test from God. Tests from God will call you higher, not pull you lower. Stretch your faith, not seduce your flesh. Expose your idols, not excuse your sins. Require obedience, not secrecy. Tests are invitations to trust God in pain, pressure, and uncertainty. Abraham was tested when asked to sacrifice Isaac. Joseph was tested in the prison before standing in the palace. Even Job was tested in loss and silence. A test will always ask, will you trust me when nothing makes sense? It won't appeal to your carnal desires. It will refine your character. Part 3. How to identify a temptation. From the enemy, temptation always comes dressed in something desirable. It may be emotional. It may be sexual. It may be subtle, like pride, envy, bitterness, comparison. But at its core, temptation does 4 things. It appeals to your flesh. It isolates you. It lies to you. It leads you away from the voice of God. It will often appear in the area where you are weakest. Temptation never comes to build you. It comes to break you. And sometimes, the most dangerous temptations are not sinful actions, but harmless thoughts that go unchecked. It's not that bad. I deserve this. No one will know. God understands. That's how it begins. That's how kings fall. Part 4. Biblical weapons to win the battle. Victory is not just about resisting temptation, it's about preparing for it before it comes. Here's how. Prayer and fasting. Just as Jesus overcame in the wilderness, you must build strength in secret. Renew your mind daily. Romans 12:2 says, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." You can't think like the world and expect to live like Christ. Cut the access points. Stop entertaining what you should be crucifying. That Netflix show, that late-night message, that music that awakens what you should have killed. Your spiritual appetite is shaped by what you feed it. Spiritual accountability. Don't walk alone. Surround yourself with people who speak truth over you, even when it hurts. Put on the armor of God. Ephesians 6:10-18. You are not fighting flesh and blood. Your enemy is invisible, but real. Part 5. Final word. You're not being destroyed. you're being developed. If you're in the middle of a storm right now, if you feel pulled, torn, tempted, or confused, know this: you are not alone. You're not being punished. You're not forgotten. You're not unworthy. You are being shaped. You are being refined. You are being trained for victory. The devil doesn't fight what doesn't threaten him. If you're under attack, it's because you're carrying something powerful. So today, decide: will I give my intimacy to my flesh or to the Spirit? Because where your desire lives, that's where your altar stands, and what you worship will shape your destiny.